everyone. Marc Lobliner, CEO, MTS Nutrition, Chief Marketing Officer, TigerFitness.com, creator of that Red Bar, and woo, IFBB Pro. So over the years, I've been trying to perfect my body, my mind, my energy. And you guys might have noticed over the past few years, these videos weren't as high energy. Man, I'm tired. Like during the day, I get tired. Like I'm running multiple businesses, raising kids. I put all my energy. I go to Ravenwood High School. I'll be there at 5 p.m. today. It's 3:30 right now. I go there and I'm like, let's go. Woo! And I get them riled up and we lift some weights. And our wrestling squad, boys and girls, are undefeated. We weren't supposed to win. We are undefeated right now because we're strong and we have the best damn coaches in the nation. Coach Failer, Coach Gordon, Coach Rex, those are the OGs. Honored to be a part of that squad, man. I go in there, I go hard. I go in the office, I go hard. But when I come to these videos, I was like, man, I know I'm over 40, but like, I just don't, I'm not vibing. So I started researching circadian rhythm. I started researching different biohacking. I know it's a cliche, weird term, biohacking. Like some of it's stupid, like eat 5 pounds of butter in your coffee and, fucking intranasally ingest MCTs. I'm not down with that shit. But along with me learning about health and antiviral replication or viral defense supplements because of the crazy viruses flying around, I'm like, I need to be perfect. So I've made it where I wake up and I literally sprint out of bed. And I made it where once the sun goes down, it turns time to go to bed. I fall asleep like a rock. I am done. And I sleep deep and I sleep sound. Man, you could huff and puff and blow the house down. Man, the bricks will fall around me and I will not hear a gosh darn thing. And that's because I've perfected circadian rhythm. Circadian rhythm is basically your body's internal clock. Think about it as sun up, sun down, right? And a lot of people don't get that. And a lot of people who work third shift have a problem with that. This is for all of y'all who don't work third shift, who work normal hours, which is most of us. For those of you who work third shift, I promise I will do another video for you down the road. So I don't want y'all commenting, I must be nice, I work third shift. Look, man, you got to do the best you can. And it's not going to be optimal. I have a lot of clients in my coaching. My coaching is marclobliner.com. You make do with what you have. You obviously have to implement artificial sunlight. You have to implement, artificial light, like lights. Like it's not as good, but you have lights. And you have to black it out. Like when you go to bed, make sure your room's really dark. There are ways around it, but you're not going to be optimal like I can be because I make my own hours and I work the normal American work day. Not normal. I start work at like 5 a.m., but like, I work during the day and I sleep at night. So what do? I want you guys to, first of all, go on YouTube, go on Spotify, go on Apple Podcast. A guy named Huberman, Huberman, Huberman Lab. This guy's a professor at Stanford, a genius, and a lot of these tips I got from him. He is amazing. So let me tell you about my day. So normally on school days, my kids go to school, and I'm going to go with my normal day. Let's say I'm going with what I'm going to do tomorrow. Tomorrow, I'm actually training in the afternoon with Courtney. Now, these things all interchange, right? So what I do is I'm going to wake up at around 5 a.m. And this is when the magic happens. It's all about consistency. But I'm going to give you some tips. Number one is I wake up, I make sure I drink water. So I drink a 32 ounce. I drink this. I think this is 32 ounces, right? It's written on the inside. I don't want to spill anything. So I fill this up with water, and then I put a scoop of nectar, put a scoop of mental jewels, and I put a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar. I put a scoop of glutamine. I like glutamine for certain things. For me, it's my irritable bowel syndrome. And I take all my pills. This would be a 40-minute video if I told you all the pills I take. Let's just say Immortal, Vita, all that stuff, right? take all my pills. After that, it's still dark out. It's only getting light. Now, this changes as the year progresses, so my routine will change. What you're going to find is that I time things around sunrise and sunset. So sunrise is around 6:45. So what I do is I get up. This is for days that I'm not going to the gym first thing. I'm, basically doing my thing. So from there, I get everything around. Now, before I took those pills, I went upstairs. I turned the sauna on. Now, before I do what I'm about to do, I do one of two things: sauna or 20 minutes of cardio. Depends on the day, depends on my activity levels. So let's say tomorrow morning, I get up and I don't do the sauna. I do about 20 minutes of cardio. So that's after taking my pills. After I do my cardio, I go into my bathroom and I take a cold shower, all the way on cold, the entire shower cold. Now, I'm not going to go into, there's a lot of data on cold immersion, but that's literally for people swimming from LA to Alcatraz, or San Francisco to Alcatraz. That's for cold water immersion. I'm literally just taking a cold shower. There's things about it enhancing your immune system and it activating brown adipose tissue, which is located right here on your upper back, which is actually metabolically active fat, which helps you lose more fat. I'm not going to make any of those claims. The reason I take cold showers is because it releases dopamine. It wakes me up. And even though it leads to tremendous testicular shrinkage, which I can't afford, I'm just a white guy, it really just gets me going, and it sucks. It forces me to endure something I don't want to do, which gets me on a mindset to do epic things during the day. So after I take my cold shower, the sun's starting to rise. At that point, no matter how cold it is, I go outside, put a hoodie on, whatever, and I just play with my dogs a little bit. And I watch the sunrise, and that sun literally signals my body to wake up. It sets that circadian rhythm. I've already had cardio. I've already had all that stuff, and I've had a cold shower. Now the sun is lighting up, and the sunlight is permeating my skin. Doesn't have to be, it could be cloudy out. You're still going to get the benefits of sunlight for your circadian rhythm. No sunglasses. Do not wear sunglasses. Then you want to do something where you get as much sunlight during the day safely through your eyes, whether it's, go for a car ride. What I do is I leave my sunroof open where the glass is just showing in the car. But I also try to train around the same time. For me, I'm a morning trainer. I either train at 9 a.m. or I train at noon. The days I train with Courtney, I train at noon. The days I train alone, I train at 9 a.m. I try to keep that consistent. I do office work throughout the day. Now, as the day weans, it gets dark. I normally end up seeing the sun set or going out when it's dusk. On the way to wrestling practice. Wrestling practice right now is at 5 p.m. So I drive there, I get the sunlight, and it's getting darker. So I train the kids, get hyped, get pumped, burn a lot of calories. After that's over, I drive home and it's dark out. Now I have a ritual before bed. You want to kind of turn off your electronics or not be as focused on them. Try to minimize the blue light. I do watch a little bit of TV, unwind. And I usually have a meal before bed, and then I take MTS Nutrition Sleep Aid before bed. Out. Now, a lot of people will argue that for optimal circadian rhythm, you want to do planned feedings, or you want to have a feeding period and a fasting period. So, a lot of experts recommend not eating around 3 hours before bed. For me, that's not going to work. I'm bulking. I need the calories. And for me, food helps me go to bed. It just helps me better. And I'm not in a fasting protocol. That's not a priority right now, but I have done it before. And for me, it does okay. But I do better when I eat carbs before bed when bulking, because it spikes your serotonin. And it really, kind of like when you eat a big meal, like you eat a big pasta meal, you get tired. It does a lot of that stuff too. Food's higher in tryptophan, that'll do that for you. But essentially what I want to get to is how to optimize. Okay. I do like having some caffeine in the morning. I have coffee. Of course, I have my mental jewels. I do drink pre-workout, but I try to cut my caffeine around 4 p.m. I find that to be the best, sometimes 5, depending what I have going on. So what I want to get to is, what are the main things? Number one is exercise. Exercise is fantastic. Do something for exercise daily. Number 2 is a ritual or a routine. Try to wake up and go to bed at around the same time. I go to bed around 10 or 10:30, sometimes 11, and I wake up usually between 5 and 6:30 a.m. Depending on the day, depending on if it's a weekend. I never sleep in past 6:30. It's just not my thing. I think on New Year's Day, I slept in till 7:30. So that's something to look at. So you want to have consistent wake up and sleeping times. Those are key. Okay, do that. You want to get sunlight. Try to be there for the sunrise. Try when the sun is rising to be outside or near a large window, preferably outside, getting as much sunlight as possible. And towards the end of the day, you also want to get some exposure so your body knows, okay, the sun's going down. It's time to kind of start shutting it down. But for me, this has made me where during the day, between the hours of 5 a.m. and around 8 p.m., I'm a boss. I am the man. Now, after 9 p.m., I'm pretty much useless. So that's the thing. If you have something come up past 9 p.m., you better hope adrenaline carries you. Also want to give you a caveat, flying, and that's a whole nother issue, but I get into it really quick. Now, when I fly, for example, on Monday, I'm flying into LAX. I'm going to Ambrosia headquarters in Costa Mesa. Now, what I am doing for that is I land around 10 a.m. First thing I do is I get outside and I get some sunlight. Number one thing I can do is exercise. So I Uber to Iron Addicts Gym, which I own in Signal Hill, California, and I get a workout in. That pretty much gets me in a right place, gets me in the right mindset, gets all my hormones flowing, gets my endorphins up, everything of that. So I get done there, and then I drive over, usually go to Sean's house, my partner, Sean Torbati, take a cold shower, and I'm off to the office. It's not optimal, but it's the best. Then we try to get to bed at a decent time that night, wake up the next morning, and the same routine I have at home, I could pretty much do at Sean's house. So when you travel, you want to make sure to get the sunlight and get everything right as you go. But that is my secret for huge energy, for what I'm doing. No, it's not cocaine. Although I might be misspeaking here, but I believe Dr. Huberman did say that a cold shower has a similar dopamine release to cocaine, which is insane. So daily cold showers are at least 4 days a week. I think it was 12 total minutes with four 3-minute cold showers a week. If you can do the sauna, I like to do 20 to 30 minutes every single day I can. Normally that comes out to around 5 days a week. Sometimes 40 minutes when I'm feeling extra funky. But overall, man, you implement a lot of this into your program, I guarantee you'll have more energy, you'll feel better, and you'll sleep better. Anyway, guys, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to like this video, subscribe to this channel, click on the notification bell. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I'm Marc Lobliner. Of course, buy all your supplements from tigerfitness.com. That's not a game. The best booster isn't a shot. It's your natural immune system. Every time we step out into the world, we are attacked by viruses that do their best to break down our defenses. Vita helps solve this problem. Vita contains proven antiviral replication supplements and Imulina to ensure that your body is primed to defend itself against foreign invaders. Don't go another day unprotected. Get your Vita today.